Scotch bonnet pepper. Look at this pepper. Look at this pepper. They're both the same pepper from the same source. This one was here a bit longer than this one. Here's another healthy one. There's another not so healthy one. Another not so healthy one. Another not so healthy one. All these peppers are planted in this bed. This bed was made for these peppers. Now, if you noticed, there is no shade on this side of the yard. Sometimes you got to sit back and realize your failures and embrace them. I thought I had a great idea by making this bed for these peppers on this side of the yard. But with no shade, that's actually a horrible idea for these young peppers. Now, they'd be fine if they were adult-sized trees, but since they're not, they can't take the summer heat. Everything I've been doing for shade hasn't worked. So what I need to do now is come to grips with the fact that I've messed up. And I did not do the right thing by making this garden over here and planting these peppers on this side. What I gotta do is I gotta embrace my mistake. And through embracing my mistake, I'll be able to learn my lesson. And that way I'll be able to accept change. Now what I'm gonna do is simply transplant these to the other side of the house where the mango tree is, so they all have natural shade where they'll do a lot better. But I wouldn't be able to save these peppers if I don't come to the realization that I messed up. Sometimes you got to realize the things that you're doing is not working, so you have to try a different route. You know, and maybe that's what America needs right now, is to try a different route. Now remember, when you're transplanting, or whenever you're planting, you always want to leave enough space for your plants to not come in contact with your mulch, because the mulch is gonna the mulch will contribute to root rot, and you don't want root rot. Just remember, the mulch is great for your soil, but you don't want it coming in contact with the root. Now these peppers have some pretty deep roots, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, pretty deep with my starter hole here. As you can see, the roots go pretty deep, so we're gonna have a nice hole. And again, we'll cover with dirt, but we want the mulch away, okay? And push that down nice and firm. Sounds good. So this mango tree right here is gonna provide all the shade that these guys need. So this little poor guy, these little guys, that little guy right there, these little guys over here are gonna do much better, like this guy's doing, underneath that mango tree, right? So once again, sometimes you just gotta realize where it is you went wrong, and start over and come again. Now let's keep an eye on these peppers and see how they do on this side of the yard. You would think this guy lives here. It's all comfortable. Buddy, you don't live here. But you know what? He might be chasing predators at nighttime because the dog's not allowed back here, so that's why he knows that it's a comfort zone. But there's all kinds of lizards and possums and rats and night creatures. So I don't mind him. I'm not going to feed him. Let him stay hungry so he stays aggressive. Go ahead and enjoy it, buddy. Go ahead and enjoy it. You see, change doesn't come easily. Change is not something that happens overnight and comes without effort. You see, the effort, if you put no effort, what'll happen is nature's gonna take over, period. Like, for instance, I planted these corn in this garden. I didn't plant any of these weeds. Did not plant any of these weeds. But because I haven't been able to get out in these gardens, and I have 3 gardens going on back here. Actually 4 now. I have 4 gardens going on back here. So what happens is, because a whole week went by and I wasn't able to tend to none of these gardens, I got stuff like this going on. Nature is trying to take back over. Because, like I said, I didn't plant these. What I planted was the corn. But nature has weeds. And if not taken control of, those weeds are going to take over, and they'll take this garden completely back over. Because there were weeds here before I started this garden. I had to clear them out in order to start my garden. But look, see, this is, you would think this is a plant, something I planted. No, this is 1 week of not being able to come out here and do this. Just 1 week. So, again, you got to put in your work. And now you see, I just picked off that weed. I thought I was getting to the root of it, but I didn't. I missed that opportunity. I snatched off the top of it, and if I just walk away from it and leave it now, thinking that it's going to be okay, then what's going to happen is I'm going to come back a week from now, and I'll have an even bushier plant than what I had before. Because now, instead of just coming out of one root, this will probably make 2 or even 3 sprouts coming out of here, because it's going to push a burst of energy because it's think it's dying. Because all we did was prune it, in a sense. Same thing with putting the energy on the police force right now. See, if we just think about the police now, if you think about the police as the branches on on the weed, which the weed is the problem, right? They said the systemic racism is what's the problem. So if I just take and cut the tops off of these, what's going to happen is I just pruned it. That's all I did, is I pruned it. See, it looks good from the top, right? It looks good for my corn, but in a sense, what happens is this is going to grow back, and it's going to grow back even stronger because the roots are still there, and the roots are getting stronger, and the roots are going to push because it thinks that the top is dying, so it's going to push even more energy, and to get more to get the top back to life. And what's going to happen is going to push more energy than you have leaves, so you're going to get new branches coming off everywhere, and the root is still strong. So let's not get caught up in just snatching off the branches. The police force and the courts and the judges. We need to get to the root of the systemic racism. We need to get to the root of the systemic racism in this country and get rid of that. You understand? Because, like I said, if I just chopped off the top and I just leave this and walk away from it, it's going to come back stronger. So I need to make sure that the root, and look at how hard it is to get up. See, I have to get in here. I have to really get down in here and get this root out of here. He's got to go. This is what we got to deal with. Not the tops of the leaves. You have good and you got good, bad police. You have good and bad in everything. But at the root of this systemic racism is where we need to get the root. and get that and toss that out the window. Like I always say, I'm not some big teacher, and I love to learn from you guys. So what I've been noticing going on with my corn is always ants. As soon as I get a corn on the plant, ants come along, and I don't know if they're making a nest down there or what they're doing. Now, you have the ants. Now I'm seeing this little guy right here. He looks like he's eating. It looks like he's going after, not the ants, but there's another little bug. Look. See that? He's snatching up those little bugs. Oh, he's snatching up the aphids. So he's here to eat the aphids, it looks like. But these ants, I don't know. Yeah, he looks like he's here to eat the aphids. He's running around, he's picking off something. Or is he trying to get the ants? Or now he's gone. But regardless of him, I got these ants, and then these other little bugs. I'm just noticing there's a bunch of them. If you guys know what these are and how can I get rid of them, between the ants and these things, please do me a favor and put it in the comments. I really appreciate it. And there's this guy again. I wonder where is he going after? He's not really going after the ants, it doesn't look like. He's not gonna bother that. See, he's not bothering that ant. He's not bothering that ant, so he's not looking for the ants. Yeah, he's looking for something else. But between him, the ants, and these other little critters, do me a favor, let me know if you have any idea what's going on with these and how to get rid of them, or even if I should be trying to get rid of them. Please put it in the comments and let me know. Really, really, really comfortable. I guess he doesn't see me as a threat anymore because I haven't tried to get rid of him, so. Pretty close to him, and he's not even. I know he knows I'm there. Doesn't even care. He's had a long night. He's been chasing stuff. Oh gosh. You having a bad dream, buddy? You having a bad dream, buddy? He's having a bad dream. Now what do we got over here? I just saw some movement over here. Some kind of critter's moving over here. Frog. See him? See him? See him right there? All kinds of critters back here. All right, cat, get up. There's a frog right there. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. There's a frog right there. You're not gonna just be around here for nothing. I need you to be alert. If you're gonna be hanging out in my garden, buddy, I'm gonna need you to be alert. There's a frog right over there. I need you to get rid of that thing. Thank you very much. Like I always say, I love to learn from you guys. So please, anything you see or hear that you have any insight on, please share your knowledge. There are people that watch the videos and there are people that read the comments. So please share your knowledge. We all would love to learn. And with that being said, never forget, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you're my #1 fan. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Turn your notifications on. Like, share, comment. See you next time.